Hey, Coach, second day out here at Durham Blazer. Just your initial thoughts after coming off the field with energetic practice.
Yeah, really like the way, once again, the guys are starting practice. And even we finished strong at the end. I thought the defense did a really good job in the 2-minute situation in terms of bringing some energy. Obviously, the offense has to step up and do a better job and match their intensity, if not bring more of it. But really pleased so far. I mean, we're not a finished product. For anybody out here, it's not add water instant player. Like, we got to coach them, and we've got to continue to demand that they're going to do it and do it the right way. But we're getting that thus far.
When you guys aren't in the pads, what's the biggest thing you guys as coaches are looking for?
Yeah, just speed, technique, making sure, like for example, when we're not in pads and we're going team situations, Coach Sanders is talking about, like, how do we get our body in position to make the tackle? And a lot of times it's a two-hand touch, like leading with the fingers down, right, and being in a good body position. But also, a really important thing is the pursuit, right? If a running back or if a wide receiver, breaks a big play, let's see the effort of those guys to continue to pursue and make the tackle.
Seems like Coach Sanders putting a huge priority on getting the ball out, digging and trying to force fumbles, things like that. What do you like about that, and what do you think of just him, his intensity behind that?
Yeah, I love it, and that was one thing that I saw from him at Stanford in terms of the way he coached his guys to strip the ball and the technique. But also, we work ball security every day on offense, so we're getting double reps at that, right? Every time that we're in a team situation or even a 7-on-7 situation, yeah, they're taught to try to strip the ball, try to get it out.
How have you been seeing the linebacker group progress, and what do you think of the quality of players you have?
Yeah, real excited about, obviously, everybody knows about Peyton Wing and Solo, but I think Clay Evans doing a great job. You've got Nye, transfer from Georgetown, who's done a great job. Justin Eklund has really come on. I've noticed him flash a couple times. Like Tanner Williams is doing a really good job. So I think we have really good depth at the linebacker position, and guys are getting in the mix and they're making plays, and I think it's a really solid field.
How many guys do you think you need there?
I'd say at least 6, right? You have 2 deep, and so at least 6, maybe 7, and I think we'll have that.
So have the 2 returning starters on defense in that position group. How key is that then, both defensively but within the linebacker group too?
Yeah, it's great because the leadership. It's not just leadership in the linebacker group, but it's also the overall team. Like, those guys are strong voices, and they've done it here and they've done it well, and so it's good for those other younger guys to follow them.
A guy like Peyton, where last year you got to watch him his first year at Montana. Where do you want to see? Where do you want to see him grow? As he gets this next year going.
Yeah, number one, just continued improvement in terms of finishing tackles, leadership in the room. He's got a strong voice on our team, and so and guys respect him. So I want him to really kind of take that defensive unit, by the face mask and lead in a strong way. But he has really good change of direction. He's a physical kid. Like, he does so many things well, but also, like, let's show your speed and go make those plays.
Drink a beer and support a Griz athlete. DraftWorks is a longtime favorite of beer enthusiasts across the Treasure State, and DraftWorks has created a sessionable, delicious lager that donates part of every sale to the name, image, and likeness efforts at the University of Montana. Up with Montana Lager is a crisp, effervescent beer that pours pale straw in color and greets you with an inviting malty aroma. And it's crafted with Griz athletes in mind. If you're headed to the tailgate or stocking up to watch football, give back to the NIL Collective at the University of Montana by drinking Up with Montana Lager, proudly created by DraftWorks Brewing.
When it comes to the defense, I guess schematically and philosophically, how much of it are you just like, all right, Coach Sanders, do your thing, and how much of it is a collaborative effort of, this is kind of what I want it to look like, these are kind of the philosophies I want, or is he kind of just take control?
Yeah, I brought him in for a reason because, I knew he was really good, but also I liked what he did on defense with the 4 down and how the linebackers played, some of the different coverage variations. So this is really his ball game. And if I see something that I think needs to be corrected, then I'm gonna step in.
In your eyes, have there been any pleasant surprises, standouts on that defensive side of the ball so far?
I actually think the Beaner twins have been really good. Really pleased with Chris Johnson at corner. Adama Fall has flashed a number of times. Justin Eklund, we talked about him. Also, Colton Lentz. I think Colton can be an excellent player. I love the way Clay Oven's playing right now. So there's a lot of guys, but, we're early in camp and we still need to, the grind is coming. So let's see what happens if they respond to the grind.
As you guys transition from jerseys to pads, what are you looking to see from your team?
Yeah, so number one, I heard Will Muschamp say this last year, especially on defense in the spring. We've got to practice really well together, offensively and defensively, and do a great job of our technique, but also keeping guys up, not falling on the ground, just stupid little things, falling into one another. But the no thud, no play. Right? Like we need to continue to teach tackling and to make sure we're not just throwing shoulders in there, but we're wrapping. I mean, that's one of the biggest things that I see in terms of for any defense, right? Like how good a tackler are you? And so we're going to emphasize that. And we want guys to be great tacklers, but also in the secondary, making plays on the ball, making sure that either we come up with those turnovers or make sure those passes are contested.
So with that,
more.
With that, obviously the offensive line play can kind of be a little hard to judge. Is that when you guys kind of amp things up in the trenches when you guys put the pads on?
Yeah, obviously they're doing a lot of technique work right now, but yeah, when the pads come on, now it becomes a little more physical on both sides of the ball. So I'm looking forward to seeing that.
The defensive front was so unorthodox the last couple of years of what they had to do. For the guys that have been here, is that like an unlearning and learning process, or how do you sort of ease that learning curve?
Yeah, I think we've been doing a lot of like going team, and then we have an individual period. I talked to the team today about what I see out of the defensive line, and I think Jalen Johnson and Dave Sandow are doing a great job in terms of their individual work, and yeah, it is a change, but I think the guys have embraced it. And now, we're kind of in the second part of teaching. We had spring ball, now we're in camp, but I've seen really positive things out of those guys.
Thanks, guys.
Join Town Pump's Pump It Up Rewards Plus program and never pay full price for fuel again.
Save 5 cents on every gallon every day at any Town Pump across Montana.
Plus, earn and redeem points on your favorite in-store items to get free stuff with our clubs.
Stop in and pick up a rewards card. Download the Pump It Up Rewards Plus app today.
Or visit townpump.com/rewards to register and start saving.
Town Pump. Right down the road. Pump it up. Oh, yeah.
Is a will you marry me in your future? Or maybe you do it all over again. Hi, I'm Brian Toon with Jewelry Design Center, inviting you to come see the largest selection of Will You Marry Me in the state of Montana. The brightest diamonds of every shape and size, unique settings built to last, and skilled jewelers on site offering free sizing and maintenance for life, because that's how long we want to be your jeweler. Jewelry Design Center in Missoula, on Brooks, across from the Montana Club.
Coach, second day out here at Durham Blazers, just your initial thoughts after coming off the field after a lively practice.
Yeah, a lot of good enthusiasm for 2 days, 2 real training camp days, 100 plus reps both days. We're out here working a lot, working hard, really good enthusiasm. As long as the kids keep working like that, we're going to get better.
You told them there at the end you want to be bloodthirsty for the ball, so seems like a big point of emphasis these first couple of days.
It's going to be a big point of emphasis if I ever open my mouth. It's the most important thing we can do on defense. Contain the football, attack the football. That's how we're going to win on defense.
Where have you seen the linebackers make their biggest strides, and what's kind of the next thing you want to see them achieve?
Yeah, so the first time we started putting the defense in the spring, everything was brand new. Then we were able to go back through it a little bit early in the summer. So now we're putting it in a third time. And a lot of the stuff that we're installing, they already know the answers. And so it's been really gratifying to be able to have more of a question and answer session in the meeting instead of me just talking. Made a lot of strides that way. I think everyone at every position has.
Coach, when the 2 returning starters from last year are in your position group, when you look at Peyton and Solo, just how much do you lean on those two and their experience both in this program, but just as leaders in with this team?
Yeah, I'll take them independently. I mean, Peyton Wings, the Mike linebacker, he's going to wear the green dot. He'll do all the leadership for our defense term, making calls, checking the defense. He's been awesome that way, eats it up, wants more of it. That's been great. I'm really going to lean on him that way just to pilot the ship on game day. Solo, we're actually sharing between linebacker and D-line. He's just such a veteran and versatile player, and it's like somebody brought their big brother to the schoolyard. So he can do all of the positions in the box. I mean, we're probably not going to line him up on the slot receiver, but he'll do everything else. So being able to have him jump between the rooms and do so many different roles, it's really helpful to have somebody with that versatility.
As far as the rest of the room, who's kind of stood out? What's stood out about the linebackers so far, and who's kind of coming to mind?
Yeah, I think they all are leading each other. So to get to the togetherness, the joint leadership, nobody's trying to boss anybody else around. They're just pushing each other. I love that. I think everybody looks to Clay Oven because he's a guy who's been here, and we have several new players in the room. Either they're redshirt freshmen or they're transfers. So yeah, they lean on Clay for his experience in the program. Justin Eklund's a guy who knows a ton of football and has actually played at other places in defenses similar to this one. So he knows some of the answers before we even install them. So they can lean on him just for football IQ questions.
How would you?
In 1959, at Street's Grocery in Whitefish, Montana's special spice was born. Alpine Touch. It's the taste you grew up with, well seasoned through the test of time. As the tradition carries from one Montana generation to the next. From its humble beginnings to a trusted brand, here's to the next 60 years. Alpine Touch. Montana's special spice since 1959.
Describe what you want the identity and the attitude of the defense to be, and how you feel they're coming along with learning that identity.
Well, I want us to compete for every inch. Every play that they snap the ball, we're trying to stop them. That's the identity. Like, we're not going to give anything up. And I think they're embracing that. They love that. And this kind of a fun thing about these kids here at University of Montana. You give them something, like, they identify with it. And so our special teams coordinator was giving them a saying, and the kids are breaking on it after defensive drills. Like, they want to buy in. They want it. So that's been really fun to see.
And then we're talking, linebackers today. I know some of them say, LBU when they're breaking the huddle. What have you kind of learned maybe about the history of this position at this school? And because, it's obviously been one that's year in, year out, there's always good linebackers.
Yeah. Marcus has told me some stuff, just being down the hall, and it's been fun to hear stuff from him. I think the fact that 37's in the linebacker room, that matters to the guys. They're proud of that. I think first off, any position you coach, you need to develop that esprit de corps. Like, what we do is the most important thing, whether it is or not. We're going to bring that attitude. Now, I happen to believe that the linebackers are in the heart of your defense. They do all the communication front and back. So they are the most important position in the defense. But if I was coaching DBs, I'd be saying the same thing about that. We were in the 2-minute drill, and the D-line was the most important position then. So I think the fact that the guys want to take that on, they want to take pride in that. We're going to be the best group. We're going to be the hardest working group. That's them bringing that, not me.
Let's go one more.
Your first team is going up against Kaylee Ayat, Eli Gilman, Brooks Davis.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, how do you approach that challenge every day, and how does that iron sharpen iron mentality kind of set in?
Yeah, we love it. We want it. We want to go against those guys as much as we can. We want these guys to go out there and work as hard as they can, every play, every day. And for them to do that, they're going to have to rise to the occasion to go against these great players on our offense. And so we're excited for that. We embrace that. The kids embrace it. The coaches embrace it. We're glad to have them. And we're going to be even more glad to have them when they're scoring touchdowns on Saturdays.
Is a will you marry me in your future? Or maybe you do it all over again. Hi, I'm Brian Toon with Jewelry Design Center, inviting you to come see the largest selection of Will You Marry Me in the state of Montana. The brightest diamonds of every shape and size, unique settings built to last, and skilled jewelers on site offering free sizing and maintenance for life, because that's how long we want to be your jeweler. Jewelry Design Center in Missoula, on Brooks, across from the Montana Club.
Play another fall camp day down. How's it feeling out there? How was practice today?
Yeah, feeling good. I mean, it's been kind of cooler these first couple of days, which has been kind of unusual for the past couple of years, but it's been good. Playing with a lot of new guys, kind of building off what we started in spring and trying to just, learn more from Coach E every day. And he's a great teacher, so that's been really beneficial to me. And I know a lot of guys in the locker room really appreciate his teaching style, so it's been great.
What have you been doing this fall and throughout the summer to ensure that you take that next step this season?
Just extra work when I can, trying to watch extra film. A lot of just kind of studying the scheme. I mean, it's all new, so it's new for everybody. So kind of just really trying to break down and kind of going back through the basics of football again, which is kind of good, trying to just reset and everything and kind of rebuilding back up into this new playbook that's, a lot different than what we had last year. So it's been good. Yeah, just trying to get just kind of everything extra I can when I can get it. So it's been good. Trying to lean on the older guys, especially like Solo, and trying to just learn, base what I do kind of off what they do and stuff. And he's got a lot of great advice and stuff like that. So it's been great.
There's two starters back, but a lot of guys in that 2 deep who did play last year, Clay, like yourself. Just what's it been like working with some of these returners, but then some of the new faces too with this new defensive scheme?
Yeah, it's been great. I think whenever new guys come in, it kind of takes a sec to be able to figure out their play styles and everything like that. But I mean, after a while, you kind of get used to what you can and can't rely on and stuff, and who does what, and and you really kind of build off each other and kind of lift each other up throughout the day. And it really is convenient to also have guys who have you played with in the past, but it's also nice to get new guys and kind of learn this new playbook with them, and kind of the first time with them. Everybody's learned it the first time, so everybody can really lean on each other to kind of get answers when they need them.
How would you describe Coach Sanders' coaching style and just what he's done since he's been both your position coach but then also the defensive coordinator?
Yeah, it's good. He's super particular about how he wants it because he runs a high-level defense, so he really wants to make sure we're, footwork is right, this level is right, what gap we're filling is right, what's our assignment here, what about run, what about pass. But he does a great job also of breaking it down to the bare bones and showing us kind of why that stuff works like that. We're not just getting a call or a signal and just be like, okay, go cover, hook 3, curl flat. Like, he's telling us why we're doing it, because the safety's rolling down, corners dropping out, you got a DN rolling back there with you. So it really does help to kind of know how all the pieces of the defense fit together, which is, I think, really helped me learn kind of this new defense and style.
What's it like identity-wise? Obviously, the 3-3-5 you knew what it was, and it was unique, and you had your identity. What's it like trying to find that with this defense?
I feel like kind of defense is, if you go to kind of break down defense, if you run fast and bust bust to the ball and everything like that, bring great effort when you play, you can kind of build a lot off of that. It's just kind of learning the new scheme that kind of takes a sec. But, you keep your same, how I played the old defense is, still going to be kind of the same intensity and effort and stuff I bring into this new defense. It's just learning the new scheme, and Coach E's got a bunch of little tips and tricks to help with that.
Jewelry Design Center. We want to be your jeweler for life.
After going through a bunch of fall camps, is it kind of like refreshing or invigorating learning something new? It's not kind of the same thing.
Yeah, for sure. I think fall camp, you kind of, you're always constantly learning stuff, whether it's your, like Solo, your 20th fall camp, or, newer guys, their newer fall camp, but you're always kind of learning stuff. So, but yeah, with Coach BK coming in, so a new head coach, and then all new defensive staff except Coach McLeod. You're learning a ton of new stuff every day. So it kind of does feel like, the learning weight is kind of like how it was that first year I came in, but I've got a few more years now, so it's it's a little bit easier to pick up. I feel like that, but it's good. Yeah, it's a nice, refreshing pace. Every time you learn about football, though, it's a good day. Though everything you can learn is good.
Speaking of your 20th year senior, what do you think he brings to your room and to the defense in general?
Just intensity, and the dude's got a lot of life advice. He's got a wife and kids, so that's a lot more than a lot of us have. So he's got a lot of great advice. He's always intense. He tackles every day like it's his last day to play football. And that's awesome to see for a dude that's been doing it for as long as you have. He treats every day like it's his last. He brings great intensity. And yeah, if you have questions about life or anything like that, he'd be happy to sit down and talk to you like that. I know he's a big dude, but when you start talking to him, the dude knows a lot about life. So it's great.
One thing Peyton talked about this summer was just upholding the standard of great linebackers at Montana. How much does that mean to you as a Montana guy wearing 37?
It means a ton. Kind of, you see, it's still the same, LBU core that we have here. I feel like it's still the same kind of drive and determination and the grit that the linebackers carry here. So, the golden rule for that hasn't changed at all. It's just there's new twists and stuff to it with new coaches stuff coming in, but they've done a great job about keeping that same baseline, that same legacy here, which I love. That's the reason I chose this school, because the type of linebackers that come through here and everything like that. So it's great to see that. It's great to see Coach BK still kept that intact.
One more. Has there been anyone on the offensive side of the ball at practice that stood out as a tough assignment for you so far?
There's always, guys are always doing, really well. Eli Gilman's always a beast. Brooks is always running really good. Grady Walker switched over to tight end, and he's, was previously a linebacker, and he's a tough dude. I hated going against him in individual drills when he was a linebacker, and he's brought that to tight end with him. So it's great. All of the offense looks really good. The receivers look really fast. The new line's really picking up stuff really well. So it's really great to see that they're coming along good.
Thanks, everyone.
At Holloway and Hulling, we deliver the results that Griz fans deserve. If you've been charged with a criminal offense or a DUI, we will fight to defend your rights.
If you've been injured in an accident, we have the offense to get you the compensation you deserve.
Choose the right team. Choose Holloway & Hulling for proven criminal defense and personal injury legal services, a proud partner of Grizzly Athletics. Visit us soon at our new downtown location or check out our website for more information.
Solo, another fall camp underway. Just coming off the field after practice. How's it going so far after 4 practices?
It's going great. Yes, sir. Going great. Thank you guys for having me.
How much different do you feel this year compared to last year after you've been in the program for 2 years now?
Man, I just have a great appreciation for this team and, you know, how the community's rallied around us, especially since we got a new coach. But, yeah, it's been awesome, man. It's been great to be a part of this university.
You got a couple of your biggest fans watching on, so does that motivate you when it's hot out here and you have long days?
Oh, yes, sir. Yeah, I love my boys. I love my wife. You know, the only people before them is Jesus. Praise the Lord.
Sanders said they were
Go ahead,
sharing you between the DNs and linebackers. How's that process been, learning both of those?
Man, it's been fun. It's cool because I get a little bit of what I used to play back in high school and last year, and then kind of what I did most of my college career. So it's been awesome. It's cool to learn this scheme and, you know, be able to play different pieces of the puzzle. Sir.
When there's a lot of new faces on this defense, Solo, just what's it like kind of bringing those guys along, you know, mixing with guys like you, Clay, Peyton, who've been here and kind of know what things are happening?
It's been awesome. I mean, we brought in a lot of good guys, both on the field and off the field. You know, this new era of college football is a transfer portal, so a big part of it's finding the right pieces that fit character-wise, but also on the field, and I feel like we found those guys. It's been awesome.
When it's a new head coach, new defensive coordinator, what's that learning curve been like, or has there even been a learning curve for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, we've implemented different systems, such as our like iPads, technology. We kind of utilize a different form of film study and playbook study, and it's definitely helped a lot. It's made us more efficient with studying, which is awesome. I really appreciate them for doing that for us.
How would you describe what the main differences are on defense?
Man, there's a lot of differences. The main one is, I guess I wouldn't like to talk too much about playbook stuff.
Yeah.
But we're a little bit more, how would you say, layered in gap. Mm-hmm. Like last year, gap was a cuss word. So
we know. Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, we got gaps now. So that's what I'll say on that.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
The local dispensary in Mercantile offers the most high-quality products you'll find anywhere in Montana. The local only carries products that are created by local businesses or owners of the store. The Missoula born and raised owners want to ensure a relaxed atmosphere with professional service at a customer-friendly price. The service is deli style, so you can smell and see the product before you purchase. The owners are also farmers and have been cultivating green goodness for a combined 34 years. Swing by the local in East Missoula or downtown on the corner of Front and Orange where there's free parking. Keep it local.
It's more traditional than it used to be, though. So, I mean, is that easy to sort of pick back up since that's probably what you did most of your football career?
Yeah, it's definitely similar to before. And then Coach E, he also has that NFL background and pedigree. So him being able to implement that for us, it's been very helpful. So really appreciate him for that.
We're going to be talking to Clay here in a minute or two. How have you seen him grow as a player, on the field, off the field, all that good stuff?
Man, he's a dog in all the good ways. You know, he high motor, high character, pretty. So, yeah, he's a full package. That's what I'll say about him. He's a great guy.
So obviously you've battled a lot of injuries throughout your career, which is prolonged it. Just curious on your thoughts on like the 5x5 rule with the eligibility.
Yeah, I mean, it's above my pay grade. I'm really grateful I was able to get these extra years, and I look forward to hopefully being fruitful this season. So, kudos to those guys that get that 5 for 5. Good on them. I know a lot of guys who only got 4, and they got hurt after they went through their redshirt eligibility. So, I feel like a bunch of them would have appreciated another chance. So, yeah, it's above my pay grade.
What made you want to come back for another season?
Man, I freaking love this game. I played it since I was a baby. It's been a big part of my life. So any chance I get to keep playing, I bet there's a lot of players that would say the same thing. I'm gonna take it.
Anybody else? Thanks, Solo.